What's up, guys? It's Patricia from TarantulaHeaven.com. Welcome to Tarantula Heaven. If you're new here, I put out videos every single week about tarantula facts, observations about tarantulas, just weird stuff about tarantulas. So if you're into that, if you're curious, please consider subscribing. If you are already a subscriber, welcome back. Thank you so much. Today, I'm talking about something that I'm actually really psyched to talk about because it combines my two favorite things, well, two of my favorite things, tarantulas and therapy. And you're probably like, what the hell? So a lot of you know that you know me for my tarantula work, my tarantula activism perhaps. And if you've been following the channel, you might have heard me say before that when I'm not doing tarantula stuff or being obsessed, I work full-time as a therapist. And so today I'm talking about something that we do in therapy. We're talking about love languages, and we are talking about how it relates to tarantulas. So right now there might be a lot of questions in your mind, but just stick with me because it's gonna make sense at the end, I promise. Now, one thing that I have actually really liked about doing on my channel is combining my knowledge of psychology and therapeutic practices with tarantula keeping. I have been pretty vocal about how tarantulas can be really helpful with stress management, anxiety, depression, and many other mental health conditions and struggles. And I arrived at this love language thing because I stumbled upon a post that I had written a very long time ago on Tumblr when I first got Spidey. It reminded me of what I actually had studied while I was in grad school, which was the 5 love languages. And this is something that I use quite a bit in my work as a therapist, so I'm really excited to share it with you, and maybe it'll help you not only in your personal life, but hopefully it'll help you with your tarantula keeping journey. So just follow along. So what is a love language? What are the 5 love languages? The love languages were created by Dr. Gary Chapman. Basically, the love languages are ways that we both express and experience love between people. This is usually used in romantic relationships, but honestly, I use this all the time for families, like between family members, as well as friends. Like any close relationship in your life can benefit from knowledge about how the love languages work, as well as your own love language and other people's love language. And there are basically 5 love languages. They are words of affirmation. So this could be somebody telling you that they love you, or giving you compliments, telling you how much they appreciate you. So that would be somebody who has words of affirmation as a love language. The second one is quality time. So this would be somebody who really feels loved and gains a lot from spending quality time with people. For example, doing an activity together, making memories together, things like that. The third one is gift giving, and these aren't in any particular order, by the way. I'm just listing them out. So gift giving, this would be somebody who gains a lot from getting gifts. You know, whether it's on occasion or whether it's for no occasion, just somebody who really gets touched by gifts. The fourth one is acts of service. So this could be somebody who gets really touched when somebody does them a favor or helps them with a task. And then the fifth one is physical touch. So this is any type of non-sexual touch, such as hugs, holding hands, having somebody put their hand on your shoulder, or something like that. So why is that important? Knowing somebody's love language, as well as knowing your own love language, can be really helpful when we're thinking about what our needs are or the needs of somebody else are. So an obvious example, just to show you how this might work against you if you don't know somebody's love language. So a common example would be when somebody's boyfriend or girlfriend continues to show love through gifts, when actually this person's love language might be quality time. So despite the fact that the giver is showing it through gifts because they do love them, the other person, the receiver, it's not really registering. It's not actually helping them feel fulfilled or appreciated in this relationship, because gift giving or receiving gifts is not their love language. What they really want to feel fulfilled, or what they need to feel fulfilled and happy in the relationship, is to spend quality time. And so even if your perhaps style of showing love isn't your partner's love language, just knowing their love language can help you adjust in the way that you approach them or the way that you show your appreciation and care for them. So it's really, really cool to learn about your own love language. And it's really amazing to find the love languages out of your loved ones. So I'm going to go back to tying this into tarantulas. The golden question, what does this have to do with tarantulas? So when I was a new tarantula owner, I didn't know Spidey's love language. I personally was very focused on physical touch. I always wanted to hold her. I always wanted to pet her or touch her and interact with her. And this was the exact opposite of what she wanted and needed. And so I guess if I had to pinpoint the love language of a tarantula, it would be acts of service. She actually doesn't need words of affirmation or physical touch or gift giving or any of those. What she needs is for me to do her the favor or the service of providing for her basic needs. So making sure her tank is comfortable, giving her food, water, cleaning her environment, and lots of alone time. That is what she needs. She does not need those other things. And I realized this back in 2015 in my beginning journey with Spidey, after reflecting a lot upon my new knowledge that interacting too much with tarantulas stresses them out and is harmful for them. So I had written a Tumblr post reflecting on this, and this was before, I wrote this before I decided to go back to grad school and become a therapist. And I was really happy to find this post, and it was cool to see that, you know, back then when I wrote it, I didn't know about the love languages. I didn't know what I was, I didn't know that what I was talking about was actually tapping into that. So I would like to share what I wrote with you guys, because it does show me reflecting on my original attitude of wanting to interact with Spidey a lot, and how I kind of realized that how to really care for this spider is to leave her alone. So I'll just read you word for word what I wrote, and maybe it'll make a little bit more sense to you. So I wrote, I've been thinking about love lately and how to love people. And I think one of my greatest lessons has been when I've learned from taking care of my cat and tarantula. The appropriate expression of love depends entirely on the animal. Me selflessly loving my cat means letting her wake me up every night for cuddles and kisses, even though I'm tired, and giving her lots of interaction and acknowledgement throughout the day. If you guys know the jealous cat, you know that her love language is pretty much all of them. She needs all of them. So jealous. Okay, continuing on. Me selflessly loving Spidey means leaving her alone most of the time and just keeping her space clean with water and food, even though I really want to pet and hold her. Some tarantulas are more social, but Spidey is happy doing her own thing. My cat is very emotionally needy and affectionate, probably from being separated from her mom too early and being bullied by other cats. Spidey is calm, but gets nervous and scared when I give her too much attention. So I have to show love in different ways because they have different needs. Think about that in your life, not only with your tarantulas, but think about that. And I think people are the same way. What expression may have worked for one person might be stressful for another. Some people are like my cat and love lots of attention. Some people are like Spidey and shut down or get stressed out by it. Observing this has inspired me to look deeper into my actions and deeper into the people around me to see if there are better ways to build trust, closeness, and understanding. So I think that that was a very insightful post for 2015 me to write before learning about psychology and going to grad school. So I wanted to share that because that really does reflect on what I've learned about tarantulas. I know that therapy and tarantulas aren't usually things that go together, but I hope that this helps you understand your tarantulas better. And I also hope that it helps you perhaps in your wider life with the people in your life. Maybe it helps you personally. And by the way, if you want to figure out your own love language, there are lots of love language quizzes. I have a blog post below in the description that has a link in there to a love language quiz, but you can just, I mean, there's a lot on the internet. You can just Google love language quiz. But I believe the one I've linked is a really reliable one. So it's really fascinating. If you're interested in learning about yourself, it's really, really cool. Or perhaps learning about others in your life. And to celebrate my two loves, tarantulas and therapy, coming together in this video, I have actually created a tarantula t-shirt about this. I don't know, for some reason in my mind, love languages and tarantulas needed to be on a t-shirt. So I have designed a t-shirt that you can buy on my Etsy store, as well as some other interesting tarantula t-shirts or tarantula related clothing items that you can check out too if you're into that. So feel free to check out my Etsy store, link in the description, and if you like that, feel free to get a t-shirt. I know this was a kind of a different video, but I hope it was useful. If you've stuck with it to the end and it's kind of come full circle for you, thanks so much for watching. These are things that I really like talking about, and so I know that, you know, people usually come to my channel for tarantula stuff, but a lot of this I think has related to my journey with anxiety and mental health and my profession. We all have things in our lives that give us comfort and enrichment in our lives. And so tarantulas are one of those things for me. And I'm sure that if you're on this channel, it is one of the things for you that helps you in your life. So perhaps this knowledge has helped you understand your spider better, and maybe it'll help you understand yourself and your loved ones better. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think about anything I said in this video. Love languages, therapy, tarantulas, tarantula love languages. Let me know what you think. And I will see you next week. Have a good one. Bye, guys.